Watch Us Cooking. Today we're going to make one of my absolute favorites, Japanese curry. For the ingredients for curry today, we are going to use some onions, some potatoes, some carrots. I'm going to use 2 onions, 2 carrots, 5 potatoes, 1 pack of this curry block S&B. I'm using mild, so it's not that spicy. I'm also going to use some chicken stock. It's about 800 mLs. And we're going to make katsukare, more specifically. So it's going to be we're going to make some chicken, or you can use pork. So we're going to need some panko. It'll look something like this, just some panko breadcrumbs. The name is panko. And it should have like some fried thing on the front. We're also going to use flour, some eggs. You're going to want to fill a bowl about this much with panko inside flour and eggs. Let's get to cooking. Vegetables. I'm going to get our onion. And you have this little stem and little like butt of it. Straight in half. Now you have to do it quickly, otherwise you're going to cry. And I do not want to cry. So cut off the tips, and you're going to have this little skin right here. Peel it off as fast as you can. And if you see it has some dirt, you're going to go wash off this dirt, and you're going to peel the layer off like this as much as you can. There, peel the layer off. Now you're going to go wash this, then you're going to go back, stick it together and cut it. Now that you've done some plastic surgery to the onion, flatten it, then you're going to cut it into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts across, then about 3 or 4 cuts the other way. 1, 2, 3, depending on how big your onion is. Nice rough cubes.
Hold them strong there, Josh, no tears.
Yes, no tears yet. Now repeat this with the rest of your onions. Another successful mission with no tears yet. Now let's move on to our carrots. It may look all scarred, but as your teachers say, never judge a book by its cover. But we won't need the cover yet, because we just need to peel our carrots. Use like a peeler like this. I think it's called a Y peeler. I wonder why they called it that name. And make sure to see if you have any like brown parts like this. You just kind of remove them. And now we have ribbons here. But let's focus on this. To cut it easily, I'll cut it in half. Then we'll cut it in half like this. And you may ask, why didn't you cut the whole thing like that? Because then it can get twisty and uneven. Now you just kind of make them a bit like thick, but not too thin. Around like that, because when they're in the curry, they'll kind of like boil and get nice and tender. But if you make them too thin, they might become like a paste. So repeat this with the rest of your carrot. I'm using 2. Now for our potatoes, get a big bowl because we have 5. We're going to peel them, and you might see they're like a little brown. So you're just going to peel until they like go away, or you can just use a knife, do a little like twisty motion, and they just like disappear. And you're going to want to peel them all really thoroughly, and then we'll get back to you. Try and remove as many spots as you can, but a few won't hurt. So get a bowl with some ice and water ready, because we have a lot of potatoes to cut, we're going to need that bowl to put them in so they don't go brown. Anyway, cut them in half, then half again. We're going to need them in nice chunks. To be more efficient, we're going to just stack them away and cut them into about 4 or 5 cuts. Then just dunk them away in your ice water. Get ready.
Why ice water, Josh?
Because it doesn't go brown with water. And ice water keeps it like... Also, ice water makes it nice when you put your hands in on a hot day. And continue on with your rest of the potatoes. I'll see you in like an hour. Now I have a ginormous pan, 26 centimeters, on medium, low, high-ish heat. Medium. Now it's been preheated for like 2 minutes, 1 minute max. I'm gonna go in with some normal oil, about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons.
What sort of oil? Olive oil?
Like neutral, you can use like frying oil. Like any oil really. But neutral grapeseed works best. Now that it's hot, I'm gonna add in our onions. And just shake it out. And let it cook, stirring occasionally for 2 minutes. You know when you're frying onions and you start to cry, you will have to wait 2 minutes after that happens, and you add in your carrots. But the carrots are light, like 30 seconds in the pan, or maybe even less. You need to be able to start smelling the carrots and cry from the onions. Then you're gonna add in your stock with no spillage.
Except for that one.
Light mix. And then you're gonna, with your hands, you're gonna slowly add in the potatoes. Until you've put them all in. I'll see you in 1 more hour. All your potatoes are in. You are going to wait 10 to 15 minutes. And if you see this...
And just cook it on a low heat, yeah?
Yeah, like simmer.
Yeah.
And if you see that your stock is like, you don't, like, well, right now I have enough stock. But if you see it evaporate too much, add more stock. And then in 10 to 15 minutes, we'll add in our curry thing. Then we'll let it thicken up. Potatoes in the pot with the lid on. By the way, the lid has this little peephole, so like, check it out. Gas, like the steam can come out. Anyway, like I get the potato.
How long has it been cooking for?
10 minutes. I can pierce it so it's nearly fork tender. Because the curry is going to cook more, I'm going to open this thing.
This will be fun.
I'll be back in a minute. This package is from S&B. This is the box it comes in.
So that's in Brazil. You could probably find the same similar thing in Australia, yeah?
Yeah, and like in any Asian supermarket. Anyway, I finally got it open. Listen to this.
Wow.
Now you're gonna kind of break it off. We're gonna use the whole pack. 1. It has 5 little things. 3, 4.
And what exactly is that?
It's like a curry block thing. Like it's a curry block. It thickens up the sauce and it gives it the authentic curry taste. As you can see, it's already dissolving and it's smelling like Japanese curry. Lid it for 2 minutes. And then in 2 minutes we'll mix it all. Wait for 2 minutes or until it's dissolved. And it's already partially mixed by itself. But human help is best. So you see this? It's dissolved, but it's kind of just left in chunks. Like this chunk right here on the potato. Just kind of stir it gently. We do not want what happened in the butter chicken video again. If you want to know what happened, watch that video. Just gently mix it. and let it simmer because the curry block will thicken it and make it nice, thick Japanese curry. Just let it on 5 more minutes. And now, because we already added the blocks, we're going to start to make our tonkatsu chicken. Katsu, I'm going to use some good old chicken breasts, but you can also use pork loin. But for pork loin, you have to get the fat cap and do some little stripes, like cuts. But for chicken breast, way simpler. Just dunk it in flour. None of this is seasoned because right after it's fried, we're going to season it with salt. So, all-purpose flour, egg.
Just the egg.
Like just beaten eggs. Make sure to shake off all the excess egg because that's really important. Then the panko. Gonna put it in the panko and press it down. And flip. Put some more on top and press. And on top of the areas and press. Shake off the excess, a little more for decoration. And repeat this process for however many you want to do. I'm going to do 5 today, but you can do however many you want. Repeat this process, then we'll go to frying. Chicken, hot pan with oil, plate with a lot of paper towels, like 3, then you're going to get 1 extra to pat them on top, thermometer, salt, and some tongs. And the oil should be at precisely over 100 degrees. And would you look at that? 114. I got this big pan so I can fry multiple at once to be efficient. And just layer it in away from you. This pan can hold.
What do you mean towards me?
Yes. This can hold 2 to 3, but 2, I prefer to do 2, so then there's room to pick it up with the tongs. We do 2 at a time to be efficient. Once halfway, we're gonna flip it, and we're gonna cook it till golden brown. Now, it looks something like that. Remove them immediately. Once they're golden brown like this, you can know for 100% sure that they're fully cooked. Now, immediately salt and repeat this process until all your chicken breasts are cooked. Small bowl of rice. And I'm going to make a small bowl. Let's get this beautiful one right here. Chicken. I'm not going to use the whole breast because it won't fit, but just start cutting it into strips. That will do. Now, before we put the strips on, we'll get our delicious curry. Wow, it's very hot. A nice plate. Some carrots, potato. Let's get some carrots, potatoes, onions. Delicious curry sauce. And now, on the side, I'm going to use my hands because it'll look better. We're just going to layer it on the side, like so. Maybe 1 more piece, just to make it nice and full. And there you have it. Final garnish. Just look at that.
That one's for Dad, yeah?
For the video, not. Well, let's give it a taste, shall we? Time to give it a taste. I'll get this tiny piece of chicken, some of the rice, chicken, and maybe potato. Oh, that potato is so tender. We'll taste. Let's see how good it is.
Hot. It was hot, wasn't it?
Indeed it was. Very good and very hot. Thanks for watching and